Today's lesson is angles around a point. So can you make a note in your books? Angles around a point, so all the way around a circle, always adds up to 360 degrees. So let's look at some questions. Question 1. If you ever see this square here, that always means 90 degrees. And it will say in the question, find out x, find the size of x. Well, if you know the whole circle adds up to 360, to find out this x part, you're going to have to take away 90 from 360. So, 360 take away 90. This will be in a non-calculator exam, so you need to know the column method. So, obviously 0 take away 0 is 0. 6 take away 9 here. So you can't do that. So you're going to have to do here 36 take away 9. What is 27? Okay, so the answer x is equal to 270 degrees. Question 2. This one here, they all add up to 360. So you've got to add up the angles that you know. So add up 160 and 30. Column method, 0 plus 0 is 0. 6 plus 3 is 9 and 1. So that's 190 degrees. And then you take your answer and you take it away from 360. So 360 take away 190. Okay. So 0 take away 0 is 0. Now this one here, so you can't do 6 take away 9. So I'm just going to borrow one from here. So put this as a 2 and this one here as a 1. Okay, so 6. Now we've got 16 take away 9, what is 7? And 2 take away 1, what is 1? So the answer is x is equal to 170 degrees. Always check your answer. 170 plus 160 is 330, plus 30 degrees is 360. It adds up to 360, so we know we got that right. Okay, question 3. So again, there's a little square here. So this here is a square, so this is 90 degrees. And you've got to try and find out x. So same again, add up the angles and then take away from 360. So let's do these difficult numbers first. 42 add 83. Okay, 2 plus 3 is 5. 8 plus 4 is 12, 125. So we added those two, we got 125. Now we can add the last 90. So those two added together, you got 5, 2 plus 9, what is 1, carry the 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, 215. So now these three add up to 215. Now, what are you going to do to find out the x? You're going to do 360 minus your answer. So if we do over here, 360 minus 215. Well, can't do 0 take away 5. So you're going to borrow one from here. So this goes to a 5 and this is now 10. 10 take away 5 is 5. 5 take away 1 is 4. 3 take away 2 is 1. Okay, so your answer, x is 145 degrees. So let's double check. 90 plus 42, 132 plus 83, 215 plus 145 is 360. So yes, we got it right. Okay, this one here. Now, this is back to what we were doing before, where it was labeling the angles. It's exactly the same question. It's just written a bit more difficult. So it's asking you for angle AOB. So you go from A, O is the middle, O to here, to then to B. Okay, so it's asking for this angle here. Well, that angle there, you can see is labeled 82. So you just copy the answer there, 82 degrees. Okay, this one here, B to O to C. So you go from B, what's this one here, back to the middle, O, then back across to C. So that's this angle here, but 63 degrees. So we can label that as 63 degrees. Okay, D to O to B. Now, D is this one here, O is the middle, and B is here. So actually, it's this whole big angle here. So you're adding these two. So it's going to be 75 plus 82. Okay, 5 plus 2 is 7. 8 plus 7 is 15. So it's 157. So we know the answer is 157 degrees. Okay, last one. D, back to the middle, O to C. Well, that's X. That's the leftover one. So to find out the missing angle, you're going to add these three first and then take away from X. So if we do that, 75 plus 82. You could add 63 and do it all at once, but I like to do it separately. 75 plus 82. 5 plus 2 is 7. 8 plus 7 is 15. 157. Okay, now we can add the one we missed out, the 63. So add 63. 3 plus 7 is 10, so 1 carry the 0, carry the 1. 5 plus 6 is 11, plus 1 is 12, so 2, carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2, 220 degrees. Okay, but it's asking what's the leftover X, so you're going to do 360 minus 220. 0, 0, so that's 0. 6 minus 2 is 4, 3 minus 1, 3 minus 2 is 1, so X, or angle DOC, is equal to 140 degrees. Just to double check, they all add 360. 140 plus these two, so that's 140, 145, 210, 220, plus 140, 360. Perfect. So now I want you to go to Hegarty Maths, and can you do question 8, tasks 812, and all the questions in 812 Hegarty Maths. Thank you. Okay, we're doing angles around a point again, but this time it's with algebra, and these questions always come up in your GCSE. So if you can get them now in year 7, that's amazing. So question 1. Okay, copy something like this out, and you remember all these angles here, same as before, they have to add up to 360 degrees. So instead of putting numbers, they just put letters. So it's A. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 A's. So we know 8A is equal to, all the way around, is 360 degrees. Okay, so we've got to work out what 1A is if we're going to work out the angle. Now, remember, whenever you take a number from one side to the other, you have to do the opposite operation. When a number and a letter together, it just means secretly there's actually a multiply here. It means 8 times A, because you've got 8 A's. So when you go to the other side, you do the opposites. The opposite of times by 8 is divide by 8. So we're going to do A is equal to 360 divided by, let's just rub this out, divided by 8. So what is 36 divided by 8? If you can't do that in your head, you can do the 8 times table. So 8, 1 more 8 is 16, 1 more 8 is 24, 1 more 8 is 32. And there is 4 left over. So it goes in 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So A is equal to 4. But it didn't get to 36, it's got to 32 with 4 left over. So it's 4 and 4 eighths. So it's 4 and then 4 over 8, which is the same as a half. So A is equal to 4.5 or 4.5. It's the same thing. In your questions, you're always going to get whole numbers. So if you can't do this, don't worry. You'll get a nice, easy whole number to do. Okay, question 2. 2x, x, and 180. Remember, all of these add up together to make 360. So in a GCSE, even if you didn't know how to do the question, you just do 2x plus 1 more x plus your 180, and that's equal to 360. So that's 1 mark already. Now, Next stage is to combine the x's. So 3x plus, just x is just 1x. So, sorry, 2x plus 1x is equal to 3x. And then you've still got your 80. So 3x plus 180 is equal to 360. Okay, so this equation, we need to get the 180 to the other side. So the opposite of adding 180 is to take away 180. So we're going to do 3x, we've still got 3x on this side, is equal to 360 take away 180. 360 take away 180 is equal to 180. So 3x is equal to 180. Okay. If you're number 4, this is the same as 3 times x. So when you take the 3 to the other side, you do the reverse. And the reverse of times by 3 is divide by 3. So x is equal to 180 divided by 3. How many 3's go into 18? If you know the answer, write it down. Otherwise, you do the 3 times table. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. So x is equal to 6. Okay. And if the question asks, okay, what's x equal to? Well, you know this answer here is 6 degrees. And if it also, like sometimes it can also ask, what is this 2x? Well, if 1x is 6 degrees, oh, I've actually made a mistake. It's 18 divided by 3 is 6, and I forgot the 0 there. So it's 60 degrees, okay? So if x is equal to 60 degrees, then 2x is going to be twice 60. So 2 times 60 is 120 degrees. Now, the reason I noticed I made the mistake is when you add these all up, it should be 360. So let's do that. 120 plus 180 is 300 plus 60 is 360. So now I know I've got it right because it adds up to 360 degrees. Okay, this one here, question 3. Now, just show that they all add up to, so 4x plus 2x plus your 120 is equal to 360 degrees. Now that's 1 mark already. Combine the x's. 4x plus 2x is 6x plus 120 is equal to 360. Okay, same again, reverse operations. Opposite of adding 120 is minusing 120. So I'll copy every line. First we start with the 6x. The 120's gone away, so I leave that. And then I just put the equals, 360 take away 120. So 6x is equal to 240. Okay, so now if we've got here 6x is equal to 240, well, remember the opposite of times by 6 when we take the 6 over is divide by 6. So we're going to do 240 divided by 6. How many 6's go into 24? 6 times table, 6, 12, 18, 24. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the answer is not just 4, don't forget the 0, so it's 40 degrees. Okay? If they ask in the question, what are these angles? Because they might ask what 2x is and 4x. Well, if you know 1x is 40, this 2x here is 2 times 40, what is 80 degrees? And 4x is 4 times 40, what's 160 degrees? Okay, add them up, 280, 360, that up to 360, so now I've got it right. Okay, question 4. Show that they all add up to 360. So 3x plus your x plus your 60 plus your 100 is equal to 360. Okay, combine the x's and combine the numbers. 3x plus 1x is equal to 4x. 60 plus 100 is 160. And then that is equal to 360. Same again. Okay, always when you go over the equal sign, you want the x's on the left side, numbers on the other. You always do the reverse. So 4x is equal to 360, opposite of plus is minus, minus 160. 360 minus 160 is 200. So 4x is equal to 200. Now, 4x, that's 4 times x, right? So when you go over to the other side, well, that's going to be divide. So x is equal to 200 divided by 4. Okay, can't do 2 divided by 4, but what about 20? 20 divided by 4 is 5, then you still got the 0, so x is 50. Now if we fill in the missing angles, so x here is 50 degrees, this one's 3x, 3 times 50 is 150. So 50 plus 150 is 200, plus this one's 300, plus 60 is 360, so yes, we got it right. Okay, if you struggled with that, look over it again, go over the questions one more time, and then go to Hegarty Maths and do the task 813, angles around a point. Make sure you have a piece of paper just to write down your scribblings. You won't be able to go straight to the answer. You'll need to do the steps. Okay, thank you.